Elation for a man who loves coming back here. Rubens, you've probably driven more laps around Silverstone than any other driver here, and you finished fifth today. Congratulations. This season's starting slowly to turn around for you and Williams, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been good. The last race has been good. The car has been better, and this race, everyone knows how much I love it. And even though with all the changes, I think the track is still very, very challenging. And it was a good race. I'm pleased.
Great.
Rubens, the update on the engine, is that one of the keys to this, or with Sam and the people in the factory and Patrick, that you've brought the level of the car up to being more drivable? What's made the difference?
It does. What changes is the characteristic of the aerodynamics on the car. I mean, it's we have a little bit more, but the car effectively has a little bit more downforce on the low speed going into the low speed. So I quite like it. It's turning to a better car now.
Rubens, as you've been standing answering the questions there, another racing driver's come up beside.
Come on in,
maybe you've
Jenson.
got a question for Jenson. A bit of man love going on there. Any questions you'd like to ask Jenson today?
Why did you overtake me on the pits? I was hoping that I could finish in front of you.
I know. I didn't know what to do because I wanted you to do so well, but I had to overtake you in the end.
No, well done.
All right, is that okay?
That's
is that
a
good answer?
A good answer, yes.
All right, good. But good job, man.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Yeah.
We're catching you up.
It's impressive. Well, you destroyed me in qualifying.
Everybody destroyed you in
Thank you.
qualifying. What
You
are
just stand
talking
over
about?
there with your funny shirt. eh?
You leave my shirt alone. I won't start talking about other bits.
Yeah,
I'll
let's.
teach you guys how to do barbecue. I saw it and I felt.
Yeah, that wasn't great, was it?
No, I teach you. It's not a Brazilian barbecue anyway.
Maybe next year we'll all come to your motorhome and have a barbecue. Jenson, I think we'll leave talking about qualifying alone and we'll talk about the race today. You looked incredibly calm and relaxed when you chatted to DC on the grid, and David said that perhaps, although you don't want to be 14th on the grid for your home Grand Prix, it just lifts the pressure off. Is that how you felt today going into the
Yeah,
race?
this guy looks under so much more pressure than I did.
Oh, he feels
It's
it.
so funny seeing DC, interview me. He's all serious and he's sort of grown up.
It's a BBC. You
Never.
have to be responsible.
I know. No, it's very good. It's a very good little chat on the grid. But no, I felt relaxed and I had nothing to lose really. So I got past 6 cars on the first lap, and it was a real fun race for me. When everyone else pitted, I could really use the pace of the car and get up to fourth in the end. So a great result for us. And I think if anyone would have offered us second and fourth as a team after our antics on Friday, we would be very happy.
Neither of you look at sort of red cheeks or anything. You don't look like you've been sweating. Is the circuit quite physically easy to drive?
It's all
now
that
with the
training we do,
changes?
isn't it, Rubens?
Well, you say we train together and we learn a lot from it. No, it's not. No, but it is a physical race. It's not an easy one. You have a lot of forces on the neck, as you know, and the new part, it's a bit bumpier, so it's not an easy one. But I had a good race. I was breathing quite well in the car, so still young.
Good. Yes, absolutely. Your race was strong. Your first couple of laps were incredible, Jenson. We can actually just ride on board with you now from the start. So this is you starting 14th and just taking the fight to the field.
I'm glad I can see this because I haven't got a clue what happened on the first lap.
This is your first lap
back.
then.
Oh, we're going back again.
One again.
Oh, I think that's past 2. Is that 2 cars we're past? I think it is. But it was a messy first lap for everyone because there were cars all over the place. Vettel went across the grass here. But it made it easier to dive into spaces, and it was fun. I knew I had to make the move stick at this time in the race because it's so difficult to overtake around here. It was either here or the pit stop. So.
At what point, we heard that you had to conserve fuel towards the end of the race. At what point are you going off full power and having to drive a conservative race?
I didn't really. We did it on the switches, so I was conserving fuel by changing the switches. We had the safety car, so it helped us quite a bit. But we took quite an aggressive strategy today, and it worked for us. So.
Rubens, can Williams make the top 5 in the championship?
Well, that's the target. I think, the team is working really well on bringing the updates and everything. So we're working well together. So that's the target. It's and even better to improve the car until the end of the year to be a much better car next year.
So you mentioned next year. No question about retirement after, 17, 18 seasons in Formula 1. You're still going for it?
Yeah, I'm still too young, still enjoying too much on the driving, and as you're back and you know that we miss this speed, and I love doing so. Yeah, I hope to be here next year.
Great, 300 Grand Prix. Many people could learn a lot from you, Rubens. Jenson, obviously they've got a blown rear diffuser that seems to be working. You guys bought a blown rear diffuser here this weekend at the back end of the car that didn't seem to work as you would have hoped. What will happen between now and when we head out to the next race in a couple of weeks to try and get that car working better for you?
Yeah, well, as you said, we arrived with a new diffuser here, and it didn't work for us as we quite expected. And it's, you know, it's pretty sad really, because the guys have worked so hard on bringing this here. A lot of them didn't sleep from Thursday night to Friday morning. So to put it on the car and it not really work as we expected, it was a little bit disappointing. But we know what we have to do to make it better, and that's the key. You know, I think understanding the parts you put on the car, and we've got 2 weeks now to Hockenheim, so I'm looking forward to getting it on the car, and we need that to fight the Red Bulls. But I'd also just like to say, you know, thank you to all the fans here and all the fans also on BBC for their support. I mean, we've had an amazing weekend, very tough Saturday for me, and also for the whole team. You know, we've pulled out on Sunday. We haven't won the race, but we finished second and fourth, Brits second and fourth. So, you know, thank you so much for the support.
Thanks, Jenson. A well-deserved fourth place for you, and I think that's the appreciation from the crowd for the both of you. Thank you very much for joining us as well. And
don't forget to watch Top Gear tonight. It's,
oh yes, there's a certain Rubens Barichello appearing on Top Gear.
So you see.
Can you,
see how? No, I cannot say anything, but just watch it.
Come on, tell us your lap time. Tell us your lap time.
It was fun. It was fun. You're gonna enjoy it.
Okay.
That
was
easy.
Quick.
I really wouldn't have said anything if he wasn't quick, would he?
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Off you go. Thank you very much. Great to chat.